Hello dear students, we shall start today some more problems plus principle of superpositions. Now you see, principle of superposition, already you know it's the force on more than two charges. Say look here, suppose Q1 and Q2 two charges are there, they repel with the force of what maybe 5 Newton. If you bring a third charge for Q1, Q2 and Q2 and Q3, this force 5 Newton remains same. This doesn't change. The basic principle of superposition depends on this factor. Factor is force between two charges. Force between two charges are independent of presence of any other charges. It is not application of vector addition. It is based on this principle. Force between any two charges are independent of presence of any other charge. Okay, that is, if two charges are there and third charge bring in, the force between two charges remains constant. They are independent of other charges. So based on this one, principle of superposition is developed. Remember, this is not a law of vector addition. It is not an obvious vector addition law. So what is principle of superposition? Let Q1 be any charge. Force on Q1 with the presence of Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, etc. is the vector sum of the forces due to Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 and Q5. That is F net is equal to F12 plus F13 plus etc. F15. These are not going in detail. This you must be knowing. That is K, Q1, Q2 mod of R12 square, R12 cap, etc. K, Q1, Q5, R15 square, R15 cap. This all must be knowing. So we shall apply to some problems. This theorem will apply to some problems. That is, I shall write the question now. Now students, we shall do one sum. 5 point charges, each of value plus q, are placed on 5 vertices of a regular hexagon of side L meters. Find the magnitude of force on with the point charge q minus q coulomb placed at the center of the hexagon. This can be done very easily. Though there are six charges are there, and we can apply principle of superposition also, but without principle of superposition we can do it. See between vertices A and A. See, this is a IIT question. Okay, sometime it's come to IIT. So the force A and D for solution, vertices A and D, they're both are force. Suppose you remove that vertices A and D. I shall tell you once more. Remove minus q. Now, vertices A and B, D force get cancelled. A and D, vertices A and D, force get cancelled. Why? Tell me why? Because they are opposite charges. So they get cancelled. Similarly, when you place minus q there, minus q at the center, Then now vertices B and E also, at vertices B and E also, forces get cancelled. Forces get cancelled. That is, they are in equilibrium. We'll come to that point. When minus q is placed at the center, this get cancelled, this get cancelled, this get cancelled, this get cancelled. Only this one remains. So this length is L. So we had only calculate the force between minus q and plus. We have to only calculate. We have to calculate force between minus q and q at C. Therefore, force equal to Q by L square. Q square by L square. This is how we can apply in kind of regular figure. In a regular hexagon, in regular polygon, so one corner, one vertex, charge is absent. You can use this method and find out the net force on the charge at place at center. Suppose all point here place charges, then it experiences no charge. If suppose this here also you placed a charge Q, then at center there is no charge, center is at equilibrium. So for center force is equilibrium, no force at center. Force will be 0 at center. Hello students, we shall start some application of Coulomb's law. We shall discuss the equilibrium of charges under electrostatic forces. In our case, we discuss about 3 charges under electrostatic force. So what is equilibrium? There are 2 kinds of equilibrium. You must be knowing stable equilibrium and unstable equilibrium. I will discuss these points. First, suppose there are 3 charges. 3 charges Q1, Q2, Q3. Q1, Q2 and Q3. If I displace this equilibrium position, suppose this is the equilibrium position. Then if I displace to this side, if it's come back to original position. When a charge is displaced, from equilibrium position, if it tends to come back to that position or point, it is called stable equilibrium. It is called stable equilibrium. What is stable equilibrium? If you have 3 charges Q1, Q2, Q3, Q1, Q2, Q3 are electrostatically stable. If Q2, if it displays from this position little away from Q1 or little towards the Q3, it comes back to the original position. It is called stable equilibrium. If it doesn't come back, it goes towards Q2. That is, if it doesn't come back, it is called unstable equilibrium. If it does not come back, it is unstable equilibrium. I hope you understood what is stable and unstable equilibrium. There are metastable equilibrium there. It's not important here, so I'm not talking about it. What is the condition for stable equilibrium? We shall now discuss condition for stable equilibrium. First condition, charges must be linear. Second, must not be of same magnitude. Same magnitude. Must not be of same magnitude. Must not be of same sign. So one condition, third condition. Then third, the equilibrium, or in this case, equilibrium is unstable. Equilibrium is unstable. Is unstable. What are they? Charge must be linear. That is, they must be placed Q1, Q2, Q3 lines. Along straight line. Must not be of same magnitude. Must not be of same sign. Equilibrium is unstable. We will discuss the stable and unstable equilibrium. Then we will do some sums. This often we have seen in various entrance examination, including G main kind of things. Even that CBSE, ISC syllabus and all. Consider three charges Q1, Q2, Q3. Q3 is placed in between Q1 and Q2. Suppose Q1, Q2, Q3 are of same nature, or same either positive or negative. They repel each other. These charges repel each other. Now, how we will find out? When they are same nature, what will happen? There are kind of two motions are possible. One is, this is one motion, second motion this line. Perpendicular to the line join the charges. First is perpendicular to the line joining charges. See, we are joining the line, perpendicular line joining charges through Q3. So I just displace it here. This is the new location. Now what will happen? This both repels. This is F13. The other is F21. F13 because repulsive. This F23. Now by parallelogram law, you can find out the resultant. Resultant is maybe somewhere like this. F. So this case, charge goes away, it never comes back because the net force on Q3 act away from Q3, initial location. This is a case of unstable equilibrium. So you see, when charge Q3 is placed, look here, when Q3 is placed, is placed middle of in between Q1 and Q2 and moved perpendicularly, it is unstable equilibrium. This will be R and R. Now second case. Now we shall move charge along the line joining two charges. Q3 along the line joining two charges. Let us see what happens. Q3 we are displacing along the line joining two charges. Q1, Q2, this is Q3. Let it be R and R. I am displacing this one. This is a new position. I am displacing it somewhere else. Let it be. This is. It is repulsive here. F13. It is again repulsive F12. Repulsive force. That is don't get confused, it goes with this was by this F12, this is by F13, F23, F13 and F23. Now I am displacing this charge little away from towards Q2. Displacing charge towards Q2. So this is initial position and displacing to this Q2 here. Now you see this is this Q3. This force is nothing but F23. This force is F13. Now which is more, this R, this is X, this is R minus X. So what is F23? F23 is equal to KQ3 Q2 by R minus X the whole square. F13 is KQ3 Q2 divided by R plus X the whole square. In this case what happened? We can obviously see the distance is less here. F13 is greater than F23 is greater than F13. Look here, F23, this represented by Q2 is more than represented by 1. Therefore, it goes back. Let's see, F23 minus F13 is a net force. So it tend to goes back to original position. It tend to go back to the original position. Therefore, this is stable equilibrium. Along the line joining the two charges, when every charge is of same nature, is stable equilibrium. So we should understand this is stable equilibrium. If unstable equilibrium, let us take Q3 negative. Q3 negative. Q3 negative. Then what will happen? We will discuss what is Q3 negative. In this case, it is a very simple analysis. Q1, Q2, Q3 here. This is A. Now I am displacing. It's perpendicularly upward, like this. Little bit displayed. So what will happen? This is Q3 is negative. So this Q3 is new position Q3 here. So it is attractive force F13. So attractive force F13, F12. So complete the parallelogram. What will you get is net force is towards the mean position. Net force is towards the mean position. Net force acts towards mean position, original position. Therefore, stable equilibrium. What we are seeing now, when charges are like along the line joining charges, along the line joining charges are in equilibrium, stable equilibrium. Perpendicular line joining charges are unstable equilibrium. In this case, you see, perpendicular to the line joining charges, it is stable equilibrium. Now let us see equilibrium along the line joining the charges. Equilibrium along the line joining the charges. equilibrium along the line joining the charges. Here it's easy to understand. It's very obvious. I not do much work here. This Q1, Q2, Q3. This Q2, this R. I am shifting a little bit here towards the left. Shifting towards left. This new position. So they are negative charges, Q1. So this is R, the X, R plus X. This R minus X. Distance decreases. This attraction, F2 attraction, F2 is greater than this attraction F1. F1 attraction, F2 is greater than F1. So F2 minus F1 is net force. Therefore, it moves towards Q2. It moves towards Q2. You understood? It moves towards Q2. It won't come back to original position. It's unstable equilibrium. It is unstable equilibrium. We shall continue with this topic next video.